I'm Ryan O'Doud, and you're listening to Ryan's Audiobooks from the Issues Magazine YouTube channel. Today we're continuing with section 1020 of Adam from the Son of Knowledge by Lex Hixon Nur Al Jerrahi. We are picking up in the middle of chapter 13, Countenance and Heart of the Sheikh. With radiant complexion and clear gaze, the androgynous sheikh dialogues with his own heart. His masculine aspect is generative. His feminine aspect conceives and brings to light. Chosen by Allah from before conception, immersed in Allah's mercy without limits, the sheikh displays great tenacity, always putting into practice, always experiencing directly, always moving with subtle firmness and concentration. His even breath is the rudder, his focused attention the helmsman. When his boat of nerves and senses encounters the divine flood of ecstasy, the sheikh, forgetting everything that is not reality, embraces within his purified, strong-nerved body the iridescent torrent of divine energy. This person delegated by Allah, skillful and knowing, shivering and trembling subtly with divine love, whirls at the very center of creation, waves of Allah, Allah, Allah ringing in his ears. This quaking of his whole being unveils the marvel of the stormy ocean of love, his heart and countenance shining with divine light. The sheikh is the renaissance of human grandeur. This complete communion and union between human being and divine energy requires a sublime transformation, accomplished by the great transformer. At this key moment, at this crossroads, the sheikh is transfigured into clear light, into pure presence without features. This is the step beyond precepts into clarity and wakefulness alone, the final point of the soul's trajectory. This is the divine threshing of human wheat, the day of judgment with new meaning. Tares are burned in the fire of love. Now divinized, the sheikh becomes translucent. He is a mystical night bird, trilling during the timeless night of power. He has become perfumed clover of paradise, murmur of wind through fragrant trees of paradise. There remains nothing about him separate from Allah. This height of consciousness, this summit of ecstasy, this appearing of the Creator through a transparent creation, is the fulfillment of contemplative practice, the goal of the path, the perfection of communion. The trumpet at the end of time now thunders in triumph. It is a sweet cataclysm of love, the wise madness of love. Dressed as a humble pilgrim, the conquering sheikh circumambulates the Kaaba, the kernel of universal religion. He is crowned as one who triumphs over the narrow, anguished tomb. He is the trunk of the tree of life, the cosmic affirmation La ilaha illallah. There is no reality other than supreme reality. Now he manifests as a benevolent troubadour, traversing the earth in anchorite in worldly clothing, who sings hymns about the irreality of self, who holds high the yellow tulip of the Sufi way. The sheikh is the sacred promise of Allah, never weakened, never broken. The sheikh is the restoration of humanity and the universal resurrection. In this rarefied sphere of commitment, awake all night in exceptional declaration of affection and contemplating the esoteric diagram of the heart, the sheikh can kneel on the sheepskin-dyed dark blue, the ancient blue throne of mystery, seat of power, place of divine rootedness. Here he enters the pantheon of spiritual heroes. Here in the sweet shade of paradise, mysteriously cast in the desert of this world, the sheikh can wear the green turban of unification, the green tunic of transformation, the black belt of authority with its emerald buckle, insignia of benign power and universal justice. Smokeless torch, vigorous and bright, free from curiosity and anxiety, expressing truth with surprising boldness, the authentic sage founds his own order. He bears the quiver of love's sacred arrows. His eyes are the bow. The Sheikh abides in the Valley of Revelation, not a mythological place, but a panoramic vision. Here he perceives the universe in its sheer insubstantiality, composed only of divine light, with no illusory dream of a material world separate from the one reality, no false supposition of any second reality. Here there is no mask, only the divine countenance transcending comparison and description. Here, with great bliss and opulent lyricism, the Sheikh celebrates with every gesture of his being the indescribable diversity of divine creation, timelessly established in the tranquil depths of divine unity, the majestic will, eternally whole, eternally unchanging. Consciously rooted in the divine foundation, the Sheikh becomes the instrument of divine urgency, the balance of divine justice, the vessel of divine tenderness, the tuning fork of divine harmony. Through the Sheikh, all creations of the One with love and longing sing in unison. Alhamdulillah. Universal praise flows only to Allah. Sovereign wine and incomparable chalice, the Sheikhs chants the cardinal theorem of Sufism. My heart has been made capable of adopting all forms. Keeping vigil continuously at the edge of eternity, the Sheikh is a celestial sailing vessel that glides in the gale of temporality, set sail for the sake of souls. Clarifying the entire universe, confirming truth, he is a stained glass window and a clear crystal, both creative energy and divine peace. Ever-flowing spring of beautiful qualities, vial that releases the secret perfume of Sufism, the Sheikh is seer, visionary, knower of the tablets of universal Torah. He is the victorious one, never depressed or dispirited, always dissipating mistaken waves of perceiving, uncovering instead the equality and divinity of all. His heart is the virginal womb where divine mystery originates anew. His presence the delightful greenness of paradise, vineyard of the delight and delirium of love, unexpected visitor to the melted heart of the lover, mystical friend and guide of the souls who abide in brilliance beneath the prophetic cloak. The Sheikh is the road of zeal pointed out by the prophets. He is the courtship between Allah and the beloved soul. He is the unsealed volcano of divine love. Never willful, never isolated, dwelling rather in the cosmic abode of divine will, the Sheikh takes the direction of truth without the slightest uncertainty or hesitation. He is a pure vow, a clear sapphire, a sweet shepherd's flute. He strives astutely to awaken the human heart. And even our inert clay, which can become diaphanous through the influx of the Holy Spirit, elevated by Allah most merciful, the stature of this mystic guide is beyond measure, priceless pearl, crest jewel on the brow of humanity. My beloved friends, my allies, this is the tender word, open invitation to the banquet of affection, to the joyful uproar of the lovers, spoken by the amicable master of love, this kind master of good counsel. His fullness of heart and expanse of spirit transcends all horizons, all cultural patterns. There is no analogy for his tolerance, delicacy, dignity, and mildness. Totally engaged in the education of humanity, with his very gestures he demonstrates the way to encounter divinity directly. The Sheikh wears the earring of a slave of love, and also the royal ring of divine command. This ennobled guide is anchor of humanity, guardian angel of humanity, touchstone of humanity. He is our disappearance into the universal being. Even on the highest plane of wisdom, the longing of the Sheikh remains excruciating. It is the unspoken scandal of love. His arduous development is never completed. Desiring only the sweet divine consent, he is crushed by the anguish of love, purified by the blaze of love, protected by purity from the venom of the world. The sheikh at every moment is expecting annunciation, nativity, and assumption within the secret cosmos of his own body, which is the mysterious obverse of the universe. In his body, the future life of the soul is already present, and both antiquity and modernity disappear. The lover of the real awaits without respite the imminent appearance of his beloved. With intense ardor, he loves to convert his body into divine flame, his ego becoming ashes on the wind. This is the tumult, the holocaust, the universal sacrifice of love. May Allah most tender pity this noble soul, crowned with flame at the apex of love, seated upon the mysterious jade peak above the seventh level of wisdom, above archangels, above all degrees of sanctity. May Allah protect with great carefulness this empowered one of love, who sings intrepidly to the celestial court a strange hymn of praise, syllables planted in the heart of humanity, a holy document of ecstasy to constitute the new heaven and the new earth. No longer will I plow the sandy soil of personal will or labor on the estate of profane power. I neither come nor go on the road of time. I neither sleep nor die. I am a warrior of love, participating in the final defeat of the forces of negation. The earring and the bracelet of the beloved are my sole weapons, my armor that neither forgetfulness nor death can penetrate. My soul has been stolen away by the aroma of the beloved, the sound of his harp, the touch of his shoulder, the sermon of his breath, the fluency of his tongue. His mansion of coral is my own subtle body. Facing directly into supreme reality, I hear and understand its mystic idiom. Dare, O human being, to awaken. Harmonize your song, intensify your commitment. Consult your heart and your heart alone. Expose yourself to loving. Seek the protection of love. To arrive at truly being, come past the curtain waving in front of the divine light, which is your own light. The human seraph of divine love continues. You alone, my beloved, are protection, support, inner force, and true being, always courting my soul, always in sympathy. You are my rapture, well-being, and joy, the thrill of my existence, the consecration of my life. I kneel in your presence, heart in prostration, enraptured and exalted by your essence. The straps of your sandals I kiss with delight. I cannot find words to describe my mystical spouse, the favorite of the universe, the hidden pearl. O thief of God-filled hearts, I submit to your overwhelming embrace. Annihilated by this magnificent love, without home or asylum, without path or trace, without any escape, any remedy, I am lost in the desert, mountainous and remote, the flowering desert of your love. You are closer than my central artery. For you I have been mortally wounded by sweet arrows in the mystical assembly of the heroic lovers of love. It is the radiant depth of mortality. I am amazed by this depth of love, which removes reason from the enamored ones. I am an ant on a small leaf of the immense tree of love, a mote of pollen in the endless abyss of love. My naked heart is a brilliant ember before the royal blue throne of the ardent saints of my lineage. Always ascending, this infinite aspiration that no flood can extinguish confirms the mystery of Assumption. I am the virgin bride of divine wisdom. O soul of the lover, walking your predestined path, attend this mature master of the Sufi way. Come close to the sheikh. Abide by his teaching. Stir up your love for the royal leader. Strive to enter his heart completely, to identify yourself with his heart. The mystic guide is an athlete of paradox. His existence without ego in Allah Most High is the somersault of a tightrope walker. To succeed in describing or recognizing him, to be able to read his message in your heart, dispense with mundane criteria, finite premises. His spiritual attraction, never deceptive, is the most powerful electricity in the universe. pure mobility, pure brilliance, pure potency. O soul of the dervish lover, devoted solely to love, the religious genius of the sheikh, his literary inspiration and his cosmic vision are simply his apparent forms. To dare seek audience with the sheikh beyond form is the responsibility of the committed disciple. At the right hand of the sheikh of essence, where all symbols converge and join, here in the ceremonial metropolis, here in the hermetic atrium, lead is transmuted into pure gold, pure peace, pure silence. The essential thread is the flight of the one to the one. O soul who takes shelter only in truth, entreat the sheikh for the interpretation of your luminous dreams. Good auspices, evidences of inner light, which fly like birds through the sky of wisdom. Entreat the sheikh to elucidate the secret grammar of daily events, the esoteric vocabulary of every living being, the plan of the universal spectacle, and the reality of the soul spectator. Entreat the sheikh to unveil the valor of the martyrs of love. O beloved soul, remain alert and prudent, never removed from the divine moment. Released into the exuberance of love, fast and feast in the mansion of turquoise, the subtle residence of the sheikh, enveloped in the sweet clouds of incense that rise to celebrate the worship of love. His private door is never locked to those who marvel at the beloved, those impelled by the urgency of affection, the illumined ones who, with lyric enthusiasm, move with every atom toward the origin. Enter the sumptuous estate of the sheikh, encircled by walls of a polished marble. With steps of a deer, walk his garden path in silence beside the lotus pond of peacefulness. Breathe with elation the perfume of contemplation from his flower garden of veracity. Here are no vipers, no enemies, no twisted minds, no pride or vain glory. Liberated from estrangement and complexity, gaze at the clear sky of the only consciousness. Origin of the universe, hidden glory, immense beauty. Draw forth this sweetness from your own heart. Humanity must succumb to divine love. O soul, who with great care in every moment aligns with truth, prostrates to truth, your precious human body is the sheath of the scimitar, la ilaha illallah, the cardinal axiom of unity, the absolute principle of clarity, healing balm for every illness, resolution of every dissonance. This sharp blade of la ilaha illallah cuts easily through the conceptual spell of opposites. Submit to the compassionate and healing surgery of the Grand Sheikh Nur Al Jerrahi, the surgeon who handles this sword of light. The cry La ilaha illallah, there is no reality apart from supreme reality, alleviates suffering, evaporates futility. Call out with your whole being to Sultan Nur al-Din. Become transparent to divine unity. Flee from burden, sorrow, compulsion. Seek shelter in the luminous tent of Nur al-Din, emblem of the universal religion of Abraham, open to travelers from all directions. Retire to his hermitage of constant remembrance, hidden among the dunes of this phenomenal world, to his holy table filled with apples of wisdom and dates of charismatic affection, words and flowers of wise poets. Travel with celestial speed in his carriage of royal blue, study in his mystical college, his eternal brotherhood, constituted by Allah's beautiful commentary known as Nur Al Jerrahi. In this esoteric school of every moment, the house of song composed of every breath, discernment and passionate longing prevail. The subjects of study are mystical maps, living manuscripts of the lives of saints, full of the elixir of knowledge and submission. Allied and unified with truth alone, collaborate with this generous sheikh, treasure and ponder his precious teaching. Receive now the royal commission of Nur al-Din, whose rank is the light of universal religion. Brilliant comet in the firmament of Islam, Nur al-Din is a standard bearer of the religion of love, which is free from frontiers. He is the culmination of sanctity, the choice of Allah, the incarnation of the mystery of supreme love. O colleague of ancient lovers, radiate to modern humanity this timeless radiance of prophecy that emanates from the luminary Nur Al Jerrahi, instantaneously penetrating all barriers and veils. Be capable of bringing illumination into practice year after year in the wheel of years, always remembering what humankind needs. This is your urgent task, your blessed fate, your alchemy for transmuting the world into reality. O soul maturing in divine love, develop a new spiritual disposition, never negating, constantly affirming, having no preoccupation with gain or loss. Interact harmoniously with companions on the way, encouraging mutual recognition, mutual fondness. Be pleased with your compatriots in the mystic order. This elevated and powerful environment of the great Pir, who is fully realized, venerated by lovers from all brotherhoods as the axis of mystic lovers. He imparts his delicate tone to the hearts of the loyal dervishes, their acts coinciding with their words, appearance united with reality in hearts that cease to be incongruent. The gentle comportment among disciples of love is a precise reflection of their comprehension. Their bearing in every moment, their tender respect and obedience before all the creatures of Allah, is the way to confirm their spiritual attainment, their competence in mystical union. Their presence of mind, always pacifying and delighting saddened hearts, is the protocol of love, the priority of love. These skillful dervishes, close to the Sheikh, participate with great devotion and attention in all the precious lives of creation, as well as in transcendent life, in divine diversity and in divine unity. There is no substitute for this true praise for the giver of life, the all-merciful Creator, for this engagement with his sublime creativity. Apply yourself to the service of living beings and approach the lap of the Beloved, touching his clothes of iridescent silk, his beautiful earthly manifestation. O dervish taken vigorously by the Sheikh in his experienced hands, behave affectionately with the very generosity of supreme love. Be the contemporary of every human being, as the Sheikh educates all humanity with a great gesture of affection on a global scale, with thaumaturgic power, overflowing with reason and wisdom. Commit yourself to being in harmony with the guide, who is marvel of love, the support of the heart. Bathe beneath the cataract of his love. Be warmed by the shawl of his love. His endearments are gifts from the Beloved. The Sheikh acts with great assurance as head and founder of a mystic order, as leader of the plenary conferences of prophets. He takes the reins of the Congress of Saints, representing all religions of the earth, extending from the inner sanctuary of truth his right hand of spiritual certainty is the transparent hand of Allah, the one who alone exists. O divinely infused soul, rejoice in your Sheikh. Persevere in love, remain awake all night in love. When taking refuge in the study of ancient wisdom, never forget the presence of your Sheikh. His apostolic mission of divine love, his naturalness in love, his constancy in love, his tender and courteous affection toward all persons, toward animals and even insects. Benefit from his love, the meticulous mercy of his love. Contemplate with joy the majesty of his love, the fundamental happiness of his love, the mystical maternity of his love, the solar explosion of his love. O soul who faces truth alone, remain profoundly moved by the Sheikh, and you will be able to comfort humanity, which is lashed by the gale of temporality. Become formed by the Sheikh, who is universal knower and consoler. Consecrate your entire being to the Sheikh, a career of every breath, every step, every perception, illuminated by a supernatural sun without nightfall. Have no fear or limited concern. Humanize the people, calm the people. Admonish humanity with your own life of love. Warn everyone about the snare of the limited self, the fatal venom of negating others. Prepare yourself to contribute your entire existence to humankind, taking every risk, walking beside every abyss. O willing soul, O soul who is truly prepared, O soul entrusted with supreme love, Verified directly with the eyes of your heart, the elevation of the Sheikh, his astonishing degree, and contemplate the consummation of your own humanity. Enter silent dialogue with the Sheikh. From this bond and communion, a mysterious blending will occur between your being and the being of the Sheikh, exalted by Allah Most High. This is the proven way of the Sufis, to contemplate the perfection of humanity in the brilliant mirror of the Sheikh, through the clear light of ecstatic love, the soul-moving force of the universe. Concentrate your mental faculties at the heart and fly like a bird released from its cage. O soul in supplication, O consort of the beloved, work with calmness and be content. The continuity of transmission is secured by the Sheikh, this wonder-working high priest of divine love. The cup of the present is filled to the brim with the exquisite wine of love, breast filled with the living gold of love, mind with the harmony of love. This is the prophesied harvest, not merely aesthetic vision, but the cultivation of nourishing and medicinal plants for the well-being of civilization. The contemporary is no pallid copy of the past. The point of departure of the prophets is presence. Copious insights of the heart are surging in the powerful circle of pure presence formed by the lovers of supreme love by chanting Allah, Allah, Allah. All the esoteric traditions of the earth, consequence of slow and long elaboration, converge in the sacred oak grove of the Sheikh. Hostility is now the only heresy. The white steed of prophetic energy is prancing through communal consciousness, the Sheikh its noble rider. The treasury of prophetic wealth is open to the mystic lovers, those in every culture who possess true hearts. Sincere neighbors on the planet, full of wonder, discuss, collaborate, and prostrate before the one, experiencing sympathetic unity and agreement. The Sheikh is humble message bearer of Allah, stately representative of divinity and creative current of reality. Magnet of love, mysterious crescent that grows eternally, the Sheikh fills the universe with illumination. Resonating with divine names, the breath of the Sheikh is the cutting edge, the compassionate weapon of divine light that severs the links of negativity. Dispensing the sweet nectar of courtship between lover and beloved, this truthful guide uncovers and awakens the secret chrysalis of every heart, spherical chamber of rose light without the least tint of darkness. Longing to return to its motherland, the butterfly that emerges from this cocoon, unexpected by the world, is the imperishable soul, its iridescent wings the words of truth. To submit as the sacrificial lamb of Allah is the wisdom of the Sheikh, master of resignation. Free from the hallucination of personal volition, liberated from aversion and attraction. Impeccable in his lifelong race into divine love, the Sheikh remains dauntless in the face of the coercive forces of the world, the barbarism of men, circus of the blind. Humanitarian and humorous, this true human being resembles the ancient patriarchs and matriarchs, the shining circle of spiritual leaders who give clear direction to humanity. Revolutionary of paradise regained, force of reconciliation, force of cohesion, the Sheikh is the high point of ethical and educational ideals in the long history of humanity. Through daring action and audacious expression, the mystic guide serves as the midwife for human community, global citizenship, and universal concord. O resplendent soul who dares to plunge into the radiant ocean of love, the Sheikh alone holds in his instructive hands the key that opens the crystalline body. This spiritual body, this corporeal light, resembling the blue robes of the Virgin, subsists with subtle beauty in its point of origin, lost in timeless exaltation. Implore the Master to tune the resonance of this body, which is the vibration of your subtle being, with his altruistic care and his courteous touch, free from arbitrariness and hypocrisy. Implore the Master majestic on his golden throne of love to open the channels of this imperishable body, spacious as an interior cathedral. Cross this bridge to limitless awareness, the full moon that neither wanes nor waxes. Live within time while linked to timeless reality, free from death the illusory executioner. The way of the adepts of love is not to conceptualize, but to conceive through spiritual pregnancy, giving birth to the children of divine love like baby Jesus. This is the ancient maternal mystery that unfolds in the residence of the beloved. Here is the cubical chamber, black and radiant, the nucleus of the heart, without veil or lock. Whispering intimately the poetry of union, the Sheikh imparts the implicit story of the universe. With profound impact, the guide reveals the immense net of the immense net of connections known by sages, the sheer completeness that cannot fit into words, the eternal procession of worlds and souls from the one. With the pen of universal intellect, the Sheikh writes boldly on clear paper, blank pages of the exalted heart totally attracted to Allah. This constitutes the interior scripture that nothing can corrupt or stain, confirming every historical revelation. This is the passport to every spiritual plane and to the homeland of essence, signed by our holy pastor and patron, the universal light of religion, Nur Al Jerrahi, who waits at the end of our immense journey. O lover pregnant with hymns and psalms, praise the Sheikh, the center of gravity of love, the uninterrupted panorama of love, the shining New Jerusalem of love. Envision within your being the secret aspect of the Sheikh, his essential nature, the burning bush, the mysterious route by which death is overcome, providing entry to the unitive state of utter simplification. Now face the Sheikh, the emissary of truth, who is completely free from prejudice and liberated from the chaos of fragmentation, who uproots sorrow from the human person and deifies the life of humanity, and transmits the universal patrimony, salvation for humankind as one mystical body. O advanced lover, stunned by love, whirling in the open space of the universal heart, surrender yourself to the Sheikh, the human channel of divine energy. Be infused, be divinized, steep your existence in the Sheikh. Consume yourself in the conflagration of his love and experience spiritual rebirth. Free from the magic cloister, the magic lantern, the private world projected by the shadow self. For fully liberated lovers of love, one unique light resplends in myriad forms. Before eternity, divine reality opened the vast dimensions of the human heart as an eternal image of eternal love. The absence of any frontier within reality, the freedom from subjectivity and objectivity, this is the deification of humanity. Inebriated, the Sheikh proclaims, here and now, within inexpressible glory, there is neither I nor thou. There is no inertia, no fallacy, no limiting individuality. O exalted companions of love, mature mystics of universal Islam, let us announce the future splendor now in this clear space without shadow or footstep. I am both lover and beloved, both the thirst and the joy of its quenching. I am all creeds, all sects. My hymn to Allah proceeds only from Allah. There is nothing but omnipotent radiance, essence of my being, all of my all. I am realized humanity. O honored guest of the universal guide, astonished by his cosmic abode, his Ark of Noah, your heart is a golden setting for the diamond, receiving from the supreme jeweler sweet hammer blows of Allah, Allah, Allah. Embrace the enigma of the Sheikh, his multiple facets, his subtle interior lights. Become still and silent in meditation beneath the fragrant bower of the Sheikh, englobed by the Sheikh. Praise him with the great expansion of heart and learn to chant as he can with fearlessness. La ilaha illallah. No object, no subject, only Allah. The blood sings like quicksilver in his veins. La ilaha illallah. There is nothing but Allah. Experience the efficacy of his well-aimed gaze, the sacred arrow, La ilaha illallah. His mystic wedding ring sparkles in the sunlight of love. His royal cloak glows, embroidered with golden ecstasy. O lover of this beautiful conqueror of hearts, contemplate the Sheikh ceaselessly. Intertwine your being with this incomparable being who has enraptured the universe, fulfilling its ancient yearning. Come closer and closer to the Sheikh, supremely trustworthy and worthy of esteem. Enter his refined heart, forged by love from love. To taste his selfless welcome is the foundation and verification of love. Only purified perception can interpret the mysterious hieroglyph of the Sheikh, know his ardor, his impassioned touch, and then merged in the Sheikh, endure with the entire force of your being with the millennia of longing of the whole creation. With this universal longing, call out to Allah. To recover the sense of the newness of life, become a fish in the ocean of the Sheikh, a star in the morning sky of the Sheikh. Become utopia on the planet of the Sheikh, his community where love alone reigns. The constellations, like drunken swarms of bees, fly in consternation to his sweet lips. This beloved one of Allah, consoler of the people, book for the illiterate, miracle for the multitude, by teaching the mystery of femininity, softens hearts that have grown hard. His dervishes, advanced in the ways of love, envision all the noble envoys of Allah within the spiritual form of the Sheikh, within his poise, fairness, and faithfulness, his constant absorption in purest ecstasy. The Sheikh is the spiral stairway of light, the progressive clarification of daily life with its deceits, obstacles, and fictions. The consciousness of the Sheikh, remaining in tranquil neutrality, is the theater where the universe unfolds. Selected by Allah from before time and eternity to clarify worlds, to diagnose hearts, the Sheikh is a refuge for the helpless, deprived, and outcast, raising his voice in eloquent protest against the oppressive regime of slavery to self. His very soul is the absolution of error and negation, a brilliant beam of divine providence helping minds to overcome contradictions, evasions, abstruse discussions, helping hearts to re-encounter primordial unity. The sphere of the Sheikh is without equal, his fruitful language untranslatable into the foreign words of the profane world. The spiritual refinement of the Sheikh, his fineness and sweetness, and the beauty of his movements, demonstrate the courtesy that flows from divine love. The Sheikh is salt of human existence, stimulus for spiritual inquiry, promise of mystic betrothal, play between lover and beloved. Delighting in the exuberance of divine love, he is puppet of love, gesture of love, heretic of love, adopting a new vestment at each instant. He is slave of love, sultan of love, prophet of love. Most deserving among qualified persons, firmly seated on the cathedra of human dignity, the Sheikh is the statesman of the one divinity. He receives with great circumspection the sincere esteem of souls and archangels. His appearance is noble and immaculate, stature impressive, carriage erect, eyes tender, manners gentle, mind liberal, heart robust. His kindness towards others is inexhaustible. Living in neither Orient nor Occident, abiding neither in this world nor in any other, beyond both paradise and hell, the Sheikh is black space full of constellations, sowing the human species with stars of dervishes. Without walls, without stopping places, the vision and mission of the Sheikh are amazing. Miraculous is his mosque of total coherence, its calligraphy, the channels of the subtle body. His scimitar is the affirmation of unity, his jeweled scabbard, Sufi poetry. His game is chess, its checkmate mystic union. The wings of his soul are the light of dawn, the fragrance of his body is myrrh. The climate of his being is subtle circumspection. Muhammad, may peace be upon him, is his inspiration and aspiration. His winged word to humanity, rejoice, rejoice, is purest gold without alloy, the distilled wisdom of love, the copper of the mundane body transmuted by the alchemy of love. His virtue is honesty, his faith the capacity to love, his prayer carpet the entire planet. His liturgy is the mystic circle, his litany Allah, Allah, Allah. His war to the finish is to annihilate the tyrant, the limited self most dangerous among dictators. His orbit is metaphysics, the disappearance of distance, his geometry the conch shell and the lotus. His mantle is prophecy, his feast day the end of time. His vestments are wool, his tears joy. His wet nurse is the sacred scripture of the earth. His consort, always at his side, alert like a lioness, is the veracity that never ceases to inquire. His family is all conscious beings. His home, the full spectrum of divine light. His lineage, the lovers of truth, submerged in love. His friends, the turtle dove who murmurs in the morning, and the camel who crosses the desert of longing. His only sustenance is silence. His eyes are the eternal and temporal. His meditations seat the divan of white silk in the alcove of the beloved. His song, I long to remain forever near you, for your nearness alone is sufficient, O beloved. As the angel of death reaps, the soul prances freely on the infinite green. I am no devotee, no ascetic, no theologian. I am the one. I am the one. Gazing at the bright meteor of love, this priceless jewel of Allah most transparent, the soul of the lover, with a shivering thrill, suddenly perceives the significance of the sheikh. Sinking in the ocean of love, the dervish exclaims, O Allah, your grand sheikh, the explorer of all levels and dimensions, but no sage with white hair and beard, but an abandoned child of love, wandering the tangled streets of love, lost in the divine labyrinth of longing and ecstasy. He is king in appearance, mystic orphan in reality. Who can grasp the meaning of this vast allegory, the secret text of the sheikh written in mysterious calligraphy? Poets and thinkers remain speechless before him. Sufi sages are almost mute, presenting germs of truth, mere sketches of the guide. Even divine love is in search of this elusive child wrapped only in light, eyes closed to all that is imperfect. The smiling sheikh sees himself as a humble and unknown stepping stone for the beloved, as a corollary of the beloved, always running the risk of disappearing into the beloved. Leaving his heart forever open to the beloved, he is always dealing with the beloved, stirring up universal love for the beloved, increasing this love, linking his being with this love, unveiling and heightening this love, adventuring in this love, breathing in this love, without perceiving any boundary between human love and divine love. O indelible memory, shining countenance and heart of my sheikh, O radiant verse of the glorious Quran, wherever you turn there is the face of Allah. O meeting with the most near, O bath in the hot springs of love, O foundation of all blessing known by his fruits, O mysterious concealment, O occasion for hearing and listening, O spiritual formation of the soul, O model for the sacred way, O wick and oil of the precious human body, O penetrating awareness and skillful heart, O one who truly knows his own nature, O one who has no likeness anywhere, O stone basin of initiation in the sacred pine grove, O spiral ascent through 7 mystic caves, O renunciation of limited self and limited world, O language of paradise, O powerful guide with profound resources, O general among the forces of truth, O well-being of humanity, O immense goodwill, O continuous prayer, source of remission, O loyalty to the beloved, vessel of intercession, O cradle of faith and mother of believers, O secret biography of Qadir, the prophet Elijah, O living word of the soul creator, O microcosm, cause, act, O constant remembrance, science of nearness, O cessation of the pronouns I and you, O consecrated joy, O snow-capped mountain, O nest of the soul, O delight of the 3 wise kings, O precious pearl green pasture, never fading rose, O mysterious structuring of the universe, O clarification of the universe, O palpitation of the one heart, O covenant between divinity and humanity, O bread of life, O genuine kernel, O baker, potter, carpenter, O rejoicing of the dervishes, O happiness and sustenance of the universe, O keel of humanity, O lighthouse of the last port, O magnifying glass of wisdom, O leader and judge, O wise countenance and firm heart, O conquered among conscious beings, O friend of wolf and jaguar, O shining body of divine energy, O 4 directions of the sacred earth, O warp and woof of existence, O true human being, O sheikh. Thus concludes section 1020, Adam from the Son of Knowledge, by Lex Hixon Nur Al Jerrahi, and also chapter 13. We will pick up next time, section 1021, chapter 14, New Light on Sufi Science. I will see you then. Alam.